So the other big announcement that happened on the sidelines of the G20 was this corridor between India, the Middle East, going all the way to Western Europe. Many are saying this is in response to China's Belt and Road. I know you will say that it stands on its own merit, but we have not seen, at least in scale, something to match what China has been doing for the last 10 years with One Belt, One Road. So to that extent, to the scale extent at least, is this something that matches up to it?
Look, I think the moment you get into comparisons, you are going down a fundamentally wrong road. Okay? What is this about? This is about you have a very important economic center historically in human history, which today is once again regaining its place. It's the 5th largest economy. It's going to get bigger. You have another big historical economic center, Europe, and then you have countries between them which again traditionally have played a very important role in ensuring commerce, not only between these two poles, if you would, but also between these countries in the middle and them. So, you know, yesterday evening we had a dinner for the Saudi delegation because the Crown Prince was here. And one of the Saudis actually were telling me, they said, look, we have parts of Saudi Arabia where for generations there are pathways and there are routes. Everybody knows historically these were the routes which went to and from India. He said these are places where actually people enjoyed a high standard of living. They actually had a way of living which was related to the trafficking, to the goods movement which is going there. Now, similarly with UAE, you know how deeply the maritime tradition, the dhows coming, the monsoon trade, etc. So we have now a certain favorable geopolitical situation where Saudi Arabia would like to step forward and facilitate a certain seamless logistical movement. You have UAE wishing to do the same. You have an India which is focused very much on Europe, a Europe which is very much focused on India. So what would you do if you are a smart strategist? You would put it all together. And so I would say in a way it's very much an evolution. On the one hand, a greater awareness in India and Europe about the merits of dealing with each other economically, but also greater awareness on both India and Europe's part of the importance of the region, especially the Gulf and the Arabian Peninsula here, and of the countries themselves. So this is a big deal because it, the question of how to create seamless economic flows, logistical flows, is one of the big issues in world history. So the return to history, you would say.
It's going back.
And that return to history predates any belt or any road which any country may have had.
Okay. No, one of the concerns about this belt and road that we were both referring to has been about the debt sustainability. We've seen countries, smaller countries that are not able to afford and going financially broke, even closer home countries like Sri Lanka. This corridor, how may it be more sustainable? How is it envisaged to be more sustainable?
Well, just look at the players here. Okay, you are talking India, Saudi, UAE, Europe, and America, and you are even thinking debt sustainability. Okay. I mean, these are countries with deep pockets. These are countries with a strong market. They have the ability to evaluate projects and to say yes, this will work, and that will not work. So I look again. I'm not making a political point when I say don't compare. I genuinely believe that this one is different. This is a set of today contemporary leaderships very aware of the opportunities before them, taking what has been a time-tested historical concept and then trying to see if we can give it a modern incarnation, and that is why I think it's very important.